Alright, we're back. I'm Chubbs.
I'm Mrs. M.
And we're here to bring you another trailer reaction review. Today, we're doing one special to me and Mrs. M. Deja Vu.
Yes.
With Denzel Washington, Val Kilmer, and just too many other people to name. Go ahead. You were
Filmed
saying.
in New Orleans.
Yes, and we always check out movies filmed here for a couple reasons. One, to see if they put the good old parade and the swamp. And yes, even though this one does do both, we like this one a lot, and we'll explain more after we check this out. So, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
You think you know what's coming? You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue.
It's a phenomenon known as deja vu. It's a phenomenon known as deja vu. You arrive at a place you've never been, but it feels familiar.
But it's doing a good job of giving you the good points.
You look into the face of a
I
stranger,
love how they
and you feel like
drive on the wrong
you've known
side of
her
the bridge.
all
Hey,
your life.
only
Wrong
people
way.
here would catch that.
Right.
She's been in a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't remember her
Deja
name
vu
offhand. Do you?
is
No,
believed
Where
not
she's
off the
from?
top
to
of
be
my
a
head.
trick of the mind, but the truth is far more extraordinary.
What if you had to tell someone the most important thing in the world, but you knew they'd never believe you?
I tried.
Doug, I've been put in charge of a newly formed investigative unit. I want you on the team. Why me? We've got some unique time constraints.
He has been shown a secret.
It's a brand new program. We can look anywhere 4 days in the past.
The government doesn't want you to know.
This is not surveillance. This is the actual
It'd be
past.
nice
Yes.
to do
They
the
found a way to
past.
fold space
To look-
back onto itself. Remember the blackout we had a few years back?
Yeah.
Half the Northeast. You're saying you guys 50 million homes?
It's foggy.
Yeah.
This Thanksgiving, the key to stopping disaster
You think you know what's coming? You don't have a clue.
Literally
starts
Jesus
by
Christ.
unraveling
Yes.
the mystery
James Caviezel.
of
Yeah.
deja vu.
What if you had to tell someone the most important thing in the world, but you knew they'd never believe you?
I tried.
Great line. We all drive it.
Yep. We all own them. It's like plantation.
I got it,
We
I
all
got
live in them.
You know you don't have to do this.
What if I already have?
Deja vu. If you think it's just a feeling, go back and look again.
Now, as always, spoilers. But this is an older movie, but
Yep.
even if we spoil, we're not gonna spoil everything. But we recommend this because we've watched it a million times. Because they do come here, but they don't harp on everything about here.
Mardi
Like they-
Gras, the drinking.
There
the
is a
partying.
parade in this, but like the main actress character lives in the French Quarter-ish, but they don't really harp on that. They'll say the names of the right streets sometimes.
Yes.
They do go over the Crescent City connection the wrong way here and there.
Yes.
And this is a fun fact, people. If you watch this movie, they go over bridges and they're instantly in swamps.
Not true.
It takes a while to get to a swamp, unless they're saying time has passed. And he goes to a classic. He owns a bait shop, but whatever. Now it is a time travel movie, but that's not the biggest part. Like, that is the tail end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's Denzel Washington is a New Orleans cop detective, I believe.
Yes.
And Val Kilmer and his crew show up and say, hey, we can look into the past 4 days. Let's try and solve the crime doing that. And that's the big chunk of the movie. And eventually he's like, okay, can she see us? What's going on? Time travel.
Right.
But they only do it like once.
Yes. and
It's
that's
not,
it.
let's keep fixing time. But,
He does save her.
spoilers, he does save her. But to do that, he has to sacrifice himself. They close the loop and say, well, now there's 2 of you. Nope, one of him's dead. The one that goes back in time,
Yes. He gets
killed,
killed.
but that's what you would have to do. Even in the comics, like Wolverine went back in time during Age of Ultron, had killed his other self. Anyway. But the procedural for the cops is good. Like, if you're an NCIS New Orleans fan, this is right up your alley.
Which is on its last season.
Season 7 is the
Yep.
last season. This movie does a better job than that show does, because in that anyway, we're not talking about the show, but this is a very cool, like, it's a cop drama thriller. It's a murder mystery.
Yes.
Time travel. You have Denzel Washington and Val Kilmer and Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus, is the bad guy.
Yes.
Like, how and even from the trailer, the ferry you see is our ferry across the river. There's 2 main ferries.
Yes.
The Algiers, which I think that's the Algiers
I
Point
think, I
ferry.
think so.
And then we usually took the other one, 9 Mile Point, whatever it was. Anyway, so there it is, Deja Vu. We recommend it. It's an excellent movie. It is a little old by today's standards, but hey, what movie isn't? And if you love 21 Jump Street, you'll recognize a lot of the places in that one. They go over the same bridges
Yes.
and this and that. So go watch it for the first time, or watch it again, then come tell us what you think. So we're going to keep bringing you entertainment throughout space and time. I'm Chubbs.
I'm Mrs. M.
Till next time, over and out.